the shop owner in Beverly Hills was taking 60%. And that's normal. Around here, that's normal. 60% is very normal. So that means that I put in all the work, I came up with the design, and I was only making 40%. Not cool. But desperate times, and I had I struggled with the thought that, well, God gave me a gift, and I worked on my gift and became very good at it, and my family needed money, and so I'm going to use what God gave me and do what I had to do and make whatever I had to make, as many consignments as I had to do, just to get by. And we did. We got by. And we're still getting by. And I'm very, very, very happy to say that I don't have to do consignments anymore. The exposure was good. I can't, and I don't have, how can I say, permission to say who I sold to, but there was some good clients out there. But I stopped doing that because I found those clients through the galleries or through the little boutiques. So the client wanted to work directly through the boutique and then from the boutique to me. So I would lose the percentage. But if those people happen to bump into me now, I'm no longer with those galleries or boutiques, so they can come and make a decision on what they want to purchase directly through me. No more middleman. And that's what I really, really want, is no more middlemen, and just do it directly through me. I don't want to have to, sorry, I'm drinking water since I don't want to become dehydrated with this cleanse. So those are going to be curing. And meanwhile, let's see, what else to do? There's always something I could do while we chit-chat, right? Let me go find my ring mandrel, and I'll make a ring while we wait. It's been a while. There you are. I don't have any videos on me making rings, so this will be the first one. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to look for my cutters, my round nose pliers. What else do I need? Wire. Oh, it's okay, baby. It's okay, Mommy. I'm not going to go out there. Go lay down. Lay down, Mommy. I totally was not expecting to make a ring. At all. So, but you know what? I was in the mood. I really, really was in the mood to make jewelry, so I'm going to go with it. And I'm just going to, I don't even have beads ready. But we're going to go with the flow, and I'm just going to move the crocodile, which I adore. I appreciate my stuff so much that I always make sure I put my things away. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to pull out some more. I'm just going to pull a random box that I have. There's the beginning of my beeping. That's what you guys heard. You guys want to see the beginning? That's today's change. From my husband's work pants. Go lay down, Mommy. Okay, so like I said, everything's one of a kind and freehand. So, this came out. I have these little baggies that once in a while I set aside with little randomness that I think eventually I would like to put together. Here is a coin from where I'm from, República de Costa Rica, and a little heart and a key, because it holds special thoughts, thinking that one day I will return to where my mother and father are from and take something from that country and be able to bring it back home. Not take something literally, but memorable, and fill my heart with stuff that my parents weren't able to fill my heart with. Maybe the country that they're from will. So that I definitely have. I have little baggies set aside. And then I have this one here. It has this piece, a little owl, and a chain link. Okay, and then these were sent in a giveaway. Yeah, so I have these put aside just in case. I always like using pearls. And the other project that we started, I'm definitely going to use this. So I brought that out since I seen it. Let's set that aside. Okay, let's make a ring. I should probably have 2 socks. I don't know where they are. I probably took them apart since I haven't done jewelry in a while and I turned to the mixed media. Usually I'll have 2 socks, one here, one there, and it'll hold my mandrel nice and still, where I can work off of it and I can actually hammer also. And I don't have that set up right now, but we'll work with it, because I had no clue I was going to do this. But my jewelry does remind me of mixed media. It's just one of a kind mixed jewelry. And I don't measure. I just go with the flow, just like mixed media. That's why mixed media grabbed me. So I used to be a size 10, and I've had a lot of weight loss. Maybe a 7 now. I used to be a 10 in shoe, and now I'm a 7. Not something that's happened, you know, quickly. It's just over time, taking care of myself and changing life habits. So I'm going to do a basic form that I do, not something that a professional would do. I'm self-taught, and I've been self-teaching myself for over 18 years. And like I said, to me it's like mixed media. Let's go with the flow, and if it works at that moment on how to bend the ring, then that's how we're going to bend the ring. It's very organic to me. I try to use all my tools that don't have ridges, because when you use tools with ridges, it leaves marks in your jewelry, which personally I don't mind. So whichever one I would have grabbed would have been fine. So we have our little form here, and like I said, it's very organic to me. I'm going to do something that looks like this. So it's not a really a DIY, it's just I'm sharing what I like to do, what I used to do. And what it seems like I'm going to, do when I have the calling to do it. And today was one of those. Oh, another person who inspired me other than Junk Gypsies is Jewelry Row. She has an Etsy shop. And we've been keeping a little contact, a little bit of conversation between each other. And she has these skulls. And it reminds you of Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Jewelry that I've always been attracted to. Here in Los Angeles, Day of the Dead is celebrated to the extreme. Probably as extreme as it is in Mexico and all the other places that celebrate Day of the Dead. Because the percentage here of Hispanics is pretty high. And what I'm going to do here, it seems like I'm going to do like something to hang a piece of jewelry from. Did I know I was going to do that? No, not at all. Now, what is Jewelry Row's real name? Let me go see. No, Beanie, I made you a little bed over there. Go on your little bed. No sitting behind me. Not right now. I'm just checking to see what her name is, because for a fact it's not Jewelry Row, right? It is. I think it's Carol. No. Claudette. Claudette. That is her name. And her Etsy is Jewelry Row. Also, she has jewelry with saints. Love jewelry with saints. I am not a religious lady, but I like the theme and I like the look of saints. Sorry if I go off a camera, but the jewelry. Benini, go over there, Mommy. Go over there. You lay down over there. If I would have known that I was going to do this attempt of the little twist down here, I would have made the wire longer. But since I had no clue, it's fine. I'll work with it. But personally, if it were a piece that I was going to sell, I'm not going to, though. I would have either just made, well, I know for a fact I would have made a second piece and learned from this first piece. And that's what I would normally do. Sometimes, if I could, make a second piece from all the mistakes that I did on the first piece. Benini, stop. No. She's trying to jump on the back of my chair where my behind is, and she barely fits. And little by little, instead of her falling off the chair, I end up falling off the chair little by little by little. But I guess it's warm in my behind. And she loves to be right there. Her ears get cold, but when she sits back there, it's an automatic heater. Anyways, so if I were to be selling this piece, and if it didn't come out right the first time, I would finish it off and attempt to make the second piece. And when I would attempt to make the second piece, they would look very different. Not very different, but different. And I can tell because I can't repeat the same thing over and over. You guys just seen me. I just did what I did, and like mixed media, I just went with the flow. But if I attempted to do it again, then I would definitely know for a fact that I would wrap it around 3 times, flip this edge this way, flip this edge this way, and leave myself some extra slack, because then I would do this little, now you want to go out, Binini? I would do this little, no ums. I would do this little, oh goodness. The dog is distracting me. Let me let her out. I feel bad. Come on. Go. Oh, now you're gonna go. You wanted to go, now you're gonna go. Go. Go, Bean. Jackie, call Bean. You wanted me to open the door, now you're gonna go out. Go. No, 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 no. Little booger. Okay, back to our technical terms. No technical terms. So this little curvature right here, still don't remember what it's called, but it is what it is. And this little thing, I would know to leave extra slack. Okay, so now let's just add beads. And I like to use a very, very thin wire. I found my piece of leather that I like to work off of. So let's do that right now. And if you followed all of my videos, you will know where I got this leather from. I just like working off of it. It's raw. My beads don't move around. Alright. Nothing really moves around, and you guys can see much better. Okay. And it's not distracting like my bottom paper. Okay, and I can throw my beads out. What I do with the wire. There it is. So I like to use this wire. It's a florist wire, and I find it, I think, for $2. And I like to use straight off of the spool. That way I use less, and whatever I don't use, I can roll it back up. But I'm thinking just for the sake of the video, I will just cut it off so it won't distract. So this is what we're going to do. Let me explain to you what we're going to do. I don't know. It's all free form. Sounded like I knew what I was going to say. But just joking. I don't know. It's all going to be free form. All of it is. I think I want to close the door behind me. Hang on. Sucks not to be able to have the back door open and feel safe. It really does suck. Okay, let me do what I do. Have a thought. I don't want it in my head. So I'm going to just think it through. Not give it any energy. Not give it any more thought. Not add to it. Not let it grow. And just let it go right back out. And that's what I'm doing. And it take me a little bit to be able to get the thought out of my head. So give me a second, please. Okay, so moving on. I'm getting the florist very thin wire in anywhere it lets me in. So it let me in through there, and this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to pinch them both together and grab a bead. What bead calls my attention? So I like to mix my beads up. In here, I used to have them separated. When I first started, each and every seed bead, color, design, flower, theme, whatever, every single one was separated. I don't work that way no more. Just like my art, it's mixed, and I've learned that it inspires me more to have my beads mixed up. Same thing goes with my jelly printing. I'm expressing myself through my jelly printing the way I express myself through my jewelry. Just grab and go. With the colors, I just grab and go. And that's what is going on here. Grabbing and going. And they end up being beautiful pieces. Okay, so our first one will be this red. And I love glass beads. Alright, so that's just going to sit there because it wants to. Now, can I make jewelry? You may ask. With a design in mind? Yes, I can do that. Do I ever make my own designs and draw them out? I have. I do. I did, and I can. But the most freeing for me is to be able to just go with the flow and do whatever comes out. And there's that one. And since I know I'm going to kind of turn this way, I need something smaller. The smaller ones tend to be down or in here. I didn't pull out all of my beads. I have a big collection of beads because I do I pick them off of clothes. I pick them off of other pieces of jewelry. If you guys used to be beaders and or know of somebody who used to be a beader and no longer beads, and they want a home, a very warm, loving home for their beads, send them over to me and have them private message me, because I will give those beads a home and use them and appreciate them and love them. That's, you know, for people that no longer work with their beads. And I understand that as a bead collector myself, the day I get old and no longer can bead, you know, for some particular reason, I'm not saying anything's gonna happen when I get old, but if for some particular reason I get older, and what makes me think about that is some of the private messages that I get of ladies who used to do things, and because of, they had no clue, because of something that happened in their lives or going through in their lives, they've stopped completely doing what they love. Now, if that were to ever happen to me, I know that my beads have value to me more than they would have value to somebody else if I sold them. Unless they were willing to pay the $1 million that I would be asking for my collection. I laugh because I know they're not worth $1 million, but to me they are. That's how much I appreciate them. But I would give my beads to somebody who was still beading, still creating with them, and seeing them with the same eyes that I would have or do. And what I mean by that is the value of the beads would be if where was I? If I knew that the person that I was giving the beads to, because I'd rather give them to somebody, if I knew for a fact that they valued the beads and my collection as much as I did. So, I just want to put it out there that if you have beads and you no longer can work with your beads, and you have a beautiful collection or just any collection, hang on, you guys, I hear something. So not cool. Swear I heard my back gate open. My husband's asleep. One of my kids is enjoying herself in the room, and the other one's watching TV. The dogs are with one of them. So I know that the backyard is supposed to be empty and nobody's supposed to be there. So when I hear things, I get kind of freaked out. Anyways, in and out of my head. Okay. So far this is what we have. That is really pretty.